Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Isley Branch Library. I'm Pat Leach, the director of Lincoln City Libraries, and it's a great day at the library today as we announce a program that is truly near and dear to my librarian's heart. Books for Babies follows on what we know about the importance of reading aloud to young children, beginning when they are infants. Through this partnership, when a baby is born in a Lincoln hospital, the family receives the gift of a board book along with information on early literacy and an invitation to the city library where they can receive another book for their home library. The magic happens, of course, when parents, grandparents, caregivers, whoever shares those books with babies. I want to note our gratitude for Ellie, who will be part of today's events, of her getting this ball rolling and more than rolling, frankly, in terms of having this project be available for Lincoln's families. We do have several speakers this morning representing a very broad partnership in support of Books for Babies. I will list them here now, and then I will invite them each to follow each other sort of baseball style. That is, please be on deck when your turn is coming up. We will be hearing from these people: Mayor Lyrian Gaylor Baird, then Ellie Heiser, who is a student at Lincoln East High School, then from Dr. Marilyn Moore, Vice President of the Board of Trustees for the Community Health Endowment, then Dr. Jason Kruger, Chief Medical Officer for CHI Health St. Elizabeth, then Alexa Lewis, who is the Director of Women's and Children's Services at Bryan Health, and then Ali Bousquet, who is our library's Read Aloud advocate. And so to begin, I'm delighted to note that she has been an advocate for reading and libraries for many, many years. And so it is my special honor to introduce our first speaker, Mayor Lyrian Gaylor Baird.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. And before we continue, I do just want to take a moment to honor you and say thank you for your incredible leadership and service. 13 years as director, I think 43 years involved with Lincoln City Libraries, serving our community in so many different capacities. And I mean, congratulations on your upcoming well-earned retirement. We don't want you to go, but we know that we have to let you go. But you leave such big shoes to fill, and the vibrancy of this wonderful place that's being enjoyed by so many from all ages is just part of a tremendous legacy that you leave behind. And I want to thank as well the Community Health Endowment, Bryan Health, CHI Health, St. Elizabeth, and all of the private donors who've made today possible, and this program possible. But I want to reserve my most special thanks of all to Lincoln East High School sophomore Ellie Heiser, who inspired and initiated this new program. And I want to say thanks to Ellie and the generosity of our Lincoln community. Today we begin a whole new story for babies and their caregivers in Lincoln. One which illustrates that Lincoln reads to care and cares to read. One in which that care and many books will be freely given and offered, and one we've titled Books for Babies. Books for Babies is a new 3-year program that will provide all babies born at Lincoln area hospitals with a free, developmentally appropriate board book. New caregivers will also receive a flyer about the benefits of reading to babies, and a flyer that they can then present at any Lincoln City Library branch to receive another free book. And our dedicated library staff, many of whom are here today, they are key characters in this program too. They recently created a video for nurses about the importance of reading aloud in a baby's development and provided book selection and coordination. And perhaps most importantly, this program will help to cradle a lifelong love of learning, one that begins in the cradle. In my case, actually, it was while reading to my babies in my rocking chair. That was part of our daily routine in my family. And there's a world of literature about the benefits of reading aloud to babies in terms of their language acquisition and brain development, even before they can make sense of the words that we're sharing or the stories that we're reciting to them. My personal favorite benefit of those days in the rocking chair reading books aloud to my babies was the cuddling and the closeness, which, besides being just the best thing ever as a mom, is also helping to form secure attachments for young children. It wasn't real long before my babies, I mean, it just goes by so fast, we were all toddling over together to the South Branch Library, where my kids discovered everything from Beatrix Potter to Harry Potter. And this journey of learning and discovery of secure attachment and healthy early childhood development from the first moments in a child's life should be available to every child in Lincoln. And that's why we're all here today. I'm really delighted to support this program because where there are books for babies, there are learners for life, and learners who become the future leaders of our vibrant city, leaders like Ellie. So these readers, our learners for life, return their love of reading back to future generations. So the story comes full circle. Thank you again to everyone involved with lifting this program off the ground. We're so proud to be able to offer it to our youngest residents here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hi, my name's Ellie Heiser. First, I would just like to say how excited I am to see this project finally taking off. This project, as you can see, has been a huge team effort and would not have been possible without this amazing team. I've always loved reading, and I was first inspired to start Books for Babies when I was about in 3rd grade, and I realized that not all kids are given equal opportunities to have books and aren't all read to when they're young. A few years ago, before we moved to Lincoln, my mom became a court-appointed special advocate. Families she worked with often had young kids but didn't have any books in their homes. This truly made me realize that many kids don't grow up with books and how great the need is in many communities. Last summer, I wanted to see if I could make this project a reality, so I reached out to Bryan Health. From there, the project took off, and we partnered with CHI, the Lincoln Public Libraries, and received grant funding from the Community Health Endowment to help make this project a reality. It's been a great team effort, and I'm really excited to see it starting up to help all kids start life with a book in their homes and help their families know the importance of reading. Thank you.
In every important endeavor, the most important thing is the beginning, especially when dealing with something young and tender. Aristotle said those words thousands of years ago, and they fit so many aspects of our community life. Every day, babies are born in this community with all the promise and potential that a baby brings to life. And that promise and potential is realized through the efforts of so many people and through so many resources that this community offers for children. One of those is the development of language. And children learn language from hearing words spoken by adults in person, not on television, not in screens, not even in playgroups. They practice in playgroups, but they learn language from adults. And for babies, that happens when an adult holds them and reads to them and talks with them. It's lap time. It's probably the most important cognitive development and emotional development in a young child's life. And of course, as the mayor said, it's also mighty special to the person who's doing the holding. So the Community Health Endowment is incredibly grateful for Ellie's good idea and her persistence and her passion in bringing forth this project, and for our opportunity as an organization to support Books for Babies. Every child benefits from being read to. Aren't these great books here? I mean, just look at these books. Brown Bear, Brown Bear. How can you not just want to grab a baby and read Brown Bear to that baby? Children who have strong language development as they're growing turn into adults who have strong literacy skills. And strong literacy skills are a contributing factor to good health. Adults who have higher levels of literacy are more likely to access information about their health. They're more likely to have the information to make good decisions about their health. They're more likely to seek out preventative services, and they are less likely to be hospitalized. So there is a direct connection between literacy development in children and the health of adults. And that's a reason that the Community Health Endowment is so proud to sponsor this program. My most recent experience where I just bring all of this together is with the newest member of our family. My great-nephew John was born 4 weeks ago tomorrow. He lives 200 miles from Lincoln, but I've already been there twice for several hours of baby holding, and I'll be there again for lots more. I took him, as I have taken all of my great nieces and all babies that are important in our lives, the book On the Day You Were Born, which is my favorite book to give to new children because it tells them how the world welcomes every new baby. Well, as I was holding John, I didn't have that book at hand, but, I've read it several times, so I could kind of remember what that book is like, even though I wasn't holding it. So I was reading to him from my memory while I was holding him. He was mostly asleep, but that doesn't matter. He still is hearing the words, and we're still getting that wonderful security time. And my nephew, John's dad, said later, he said, I watched him, and when you were telling him that story, his face kind of lit up and he responded to your voice. It's like, yes, that's what reading to babies does. And Books for Babies assures that every baby in Lincoln and every mom and every dad and every caregiver in Lincoln have the same opportunity for that wonderful attachment, that wonderful security, that wonderful language development that happens when you hold a baby and read a book. CHE is so glad to be part of this. We're so grateful to Ellie for having such a great idea and for carrying it forward and for being partners with all the people that are represented here today. Thanks to everyone who made this happen.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Jason Kruger. I've worked at CHI Health St. Elizabeth for the past 15 years and recently took on the role as Chief Medical Officer. Another title I am proud of to have is Dad. I am a father of 8 children, all of whom were born at St. Elizabeth. As a physician and as a father, I know firsthand the importance reading plays in the development and skills of our babies. Introducing them to new sounds, pictures, and colors encourages cognitive thinking and can also help foster a special bond between parents and their children. The Maternity Center at St. Elizabeth has the honor of welcoming new life into the world each and every day. Our Level 3 neonatal intensive care unit also cares for high-risk babies who have special care needs after they're born. Most families are able to go home after a day or two, but for other families whose babies are in the NICU, a hospital stay can stretch weeks and even months. The Books for Babies program will allow parents to have access to a book at home and in the hospital. Our NICU provides books to families while they're at the hospital, but they will also be able to keep this book and take it home, a special keepsake or first book to cherish. Many of us have the privilege of being read to as a child or read to our babies now. Not every family has this opportunity. CHI Health is proud to support this Books for Babies program and extends a big thank you to Ellie Heiser for her work to make this program a reality. We know these books will make a big difference for our children as they grow and hope they also help spark a love of reading. Thank you, Ellie, and thank you to Mayor Gaylor Baird, Lincoln City Libraries, Bryan Health, and the Community Health Endowment for your partnership and support of this project.
Good morning. My name is Alexa Lewis. I'm the Nursing Director for Women's and Children's Services at Bryan Medical Center. I've been back here in Lincoln for about 3 years now, but I've spent most of my nursing career in OB, dealing with babies and now with children. And this is just an incredible opportunity for the community and for our patients to get started on the right foot. This includes all of our patients. We're planning on delivering 3,000 books here in Lincoln at Bryan Medical Center and another 300 or so at Crete Area Medical Center for their community. It is amazing to see the community come together in this and partner as hospitals and make Ellie's vision become a reality. I love that kids have such great aspirations to give back and to be something more than just a community member, but they want to leave a legacy for themselves and make it better for the next generation. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that you read to your baby starting at birth, but even before that, moms can read, dads can read to their babies while they're in the womb. They get to know that voice, they get to know those words and become comfortable with that voice and that situation. At the age of 5, children who are read to regularly from birth know significantly more words than their peers who are not read to. So this is more than just that bonding or that creating a love for reading. It's really setting them up for academic success and a future as a community member. Ellie Heiser came to us early last year, and through the help of Jenny Sundberg and all of the collaboration at Bryan Health and CHI and the whole community, this is becoming a reality, and that is so exciting. Like I said, we're excited to deliver the 3,000 books that we have on being delivered, I think, here shortly, and just educating our staff on the importance of teaching our parents that this is not only a part of their child's development, but their long-term well-being. So we will focus on teaching this to our staff and training that to our parents. So thank you for being here and for your support.
Hi there, I'm Allie Bousquet, the Read Aloud advocate for Lincoln City Libraries and the library contact for Books for Babies. Being the Read Aloud advocate at Lincoln City Libraries is pretty unique, but really it's my job to promote and support reading aloud for 15 minutes a day, every day, with our children here in Lincoln. Reading aloud with children has so many benefits, but overall it helps us build a stronger and healthier community with children who are school ready and future ready. In my role, I try to do my best to reach all corners of Lincoln, but I know that there are gaps in people that I'm not reaching. But the great thing about Books for Babies is that we do get to reach all families with this program. So every child born in Lincoln will receive a free book from one of our hospital systems here, and their parents will receive an informational flyer about the importance of reading with baby and the Read Aloud message. We know, and research shows, that starting a reading habit at an early age, preferably birth, is crucial for brain development. And in fact, in those first few months and first years of life, we're really setting the framework for how a brain is going to function for a child's entire life. Not only will children be better readers and learners, but they'll be building empathy and building a really trusting relationship with their parent or caregiver as they read with them. We're so grateful that Bryan Health thought of us as an authority on books and reading when they were first discussing this program. We're so pleased to work with CHI and the Community Health Endowment for partnering with us, and we look forward to continuing this partnership in the future. So, thanks so much.
That concludes our prepared remarks. Does anyone have questions that you would like for us to address? Good. Well, I would just like to say, again, thank you for joining us on this excellent day at the library. Thank you to the members of the partnership. You know, it's such a simple message. It's such a powerful message, but it's one that maybe it's so simple we overlook it, and that is begin with books, read aloud, and you'll set our children on the path to success and happiness. I invite you to enjoy the library while you're here today. We have preschool story times going on this morning, plenty of materials for you to take a look at. What we're hoping for all of these babies who receive books is that when they come to the library, they'll start their habit of weekly story times, of summer reading program, of engaging in the community through the public library. We see so much good that happens when children are raised as readers, and so we couldn't be happier about this day and your presence here. So again, thank you.